Hello there, welcome back to the channel. It was Richie here from Dowie After Dark. As you can see, I am wearing my England top because I am going to be talking to some fellow members of Team England about some of the lists going forward into Melle for the WTC in a couple of weeks' time. We have all picked 3 of our favourite lists, not necessarily the ones that we think are strongest, but the ones that are kind of some crazy picks, the ones we're terrified of, and the ones that are absolute heroes. Hello, everyone. How you doing?
Hello.
Hello.
For everyone who doesn't know, we have Tom Carley this way, who is going to be playing Cathay in Melle. We have Dave Brewis, who is going to be playing the Wait, he's not playing Goblins. He's playing Nuln in Germany. And then Scott Reed, who is playing the Dry Undead.
Hello.
So we have been painstakingly looking through all of the lists to try and find the ones that we are most scared of and the ones that we can work out kind of plays to kind of best beat them and hopefully try and not lose too bad if we're going to. So the lists have been quite interesting. What's everybody thought about them so far?
Real mix, isn't it? Like a real mixed bag. You can give you a bit of a flavour of the different metas around the world effectively. Like you can see different thought processes are clearly evolving in the different countries.
I think we also collectively as a team, and this is without being arrogant, and this isn't us saying, oh, we're the best. I think we predicted what was going to be evolving quite accurately as well, which is a nice feeling. You know, it's obviously not everything we were expecting, but
we almost know what we're talking about, Tom.
No, almost. Yeah, it's almost like we earned the T-shirt a little bit, so that's always gratifying. You know,
I think there's a few surprises in there as well in terms of archetypes that haven't appeared. I think outside of Beastmen, I was expecting a lot more of the magic missile spams that just haven't really showed up in the lists, which is quite interesting.
Yeah, well, obviously magic being harder to cast in 1.5, I think everyone's kind of gone for the more of the safe option armies rather than the casino slot armies potentially. Like that might have been a captain's decision to make armies that are less risky to use potentially. I don't know. Obviously, I'll talk to all of the other captains once we finish all the games and we can kind of get some insight into how all the other countries were thinking. But there's definitely some wild picks. There's some armies that we haven't brought forward ourselves, and there's also some of the lists that are just crazy.
There's some heroes. There are some heroes at this event.
I'm gonna, because I'm really sad and a nerd in many other ways, I will be knocking together some sort of spreadsheet, and I'll break down exactly sort of what the breakdown of armies and how many dragons, guns, etc. are in the list. So that should be hilarious to have a read of afterwards.
I think there's also several people that I will be buying a pint on the Sunday after Worlds just for bringing the lists that they've brought, because they are my hero for what they've submitted. It's genuinely, I will buy them alcohol for the madness that they've submitted. I love some of them. Some of them we may talk about. They are wild, and I think, yeah, you can really see some strange stuff happening. But then you see it, and you're like, this could work.
This is the thing. There's a few of the lists that, when I say wild lists, it's not that they're bad. They're not bad at all. They are just so left field that they're stuff that we haven't anticipated, haven't even thought about, and haven't seen in this country, which is crazy. Like, I can't wait to play against those. I think the really wild ones are the ones that I'm looking forward to us playing into the most.
Agreed. I think you said it there. It's not because they're weak. They're just so out there. And different what we've been playing against. Like, super looking forward to playing against some of them, because there's some really different things in there, which is part of the fun, yeah? Like, that should be amazing.
But it goes the other way as well, because something can become so weak that it actually becomes powerful because it is so anti-meta that it's actually countering everything that people are doing. There's some really, really fun stuff that people have put together. It's great to see that there is 20 teams, 8 teams, so 160 of the finest nerds in the world have put forward some really great lists. It's going to be fun to run through them.
Yeah. No, it's going to be amazing. Like I said, we've picked 3 each, which are our favourites. Mine happen to all be dwarves. I mean, I can't go off brand though, can I?
Represent.
Yeah, exactly. Rock and stone. So we are going to be kicking this off with Belgium. So the first pick, this is Dave's. So do you want to run us through the Belgium Tomb Kings army?
Yeah, this is. I was going to start with the fun list until we found out that we're doing this alphabetically, and this one terrifies me. I think Scott Reed is a man that I know and knows deep well that I fear a leadership check more than anybody. And this man has brought the leadership lottery to Worlds in the double casket, necromancy high priest. He's going to debuff your leadership, and he's going to light a death you, and things are going to blow up. And doubling down on my hatred of this list, if you know I'm bringing a very fragile nun list that doesn't like to be shot back, this guy's brought 17 Ushabti, which is a lot of shooting on top of double light of death at -3 leadership without using your general's leadership. There's several people in the team that want nothing to do with this.
Myself included.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
I am the person that failed 3 leadership checks on a leadership 10 in a row. Actually 4 against Scott, which cost me a GT win at top table.
It was a beautiful time. It was a beautiful time.
Tabled to 2 by that beautiful man by leadership checks. So a list that is entirely based on making me make leadership checks. I want nothing to do with this. I love the madness of it. It's great in the fact that there are 17 Ushabti. They're going to do work. I don't think any of the Cathay players want anything to do with this list at all. It's not got to the extent of the Tomb Kings list that myself and Scott have been brewing with our -7 to shooting Tomb Kings list, but it is still got all of the tools that is going to make any sort of elite army want nothing to do with it. And do you want to be a vampire playing this at Leadership 8? I don't think you do.
This guy's clearly a hero because both of his high priests are flying.
Yeah.
Like, this guy's a hero. Like,
The fact that he's given
hero.
his high priest a Cloak of the Dunes, an item I had never heard of before.
Oh, no.
Having read its rules, I still have no clue what he's going to do with it. It is D6 Strength 2 hits at AP1.
It's mostly the general can be really. It's not the general with the club. Yeah. It's really incredibly flexible the way you can get debuffs off and throw out.
Yeah. I suppose if he goes reserve move on him as well, he gets double fly.
Hero.
Yeah, I love this.
I think. Yeah, John always put a really good list together. It's scary, very, very scary for the evasion lists. And yeah, like me and Dave and Tom as well want absolutely zero to do with this.
I'll play it. It's fine.
So, you did 17 wounds to me. Oh, no.
Oh, no. Wounds me.
And they're back. So for the second list, we have Rasmus's list from Denmark. Now, this is a Chaos Dwarf list, so I'm going to hand this straight over to Tom Carley.
Yeah, I mean, this is actually my singular favourite list at the event. Before Cathay came out, this is basically what I was looking at bringing myself. And, you know, those of you might know, Rasmus has got a cake. So those of you who inhabit the Warhammer Fantasy Battle Discord, it's a cracking place to be. And Rasmus is one of the mods there as well. So it's going to be really nice to meet him in person at the event because we're all scattered all over the world. This list, though, is super similar to what I was running up until, I'd say, around December of last year. So it's a war boss on a wyvern. He's done something really cool here, which is to put the Grizzly trophy rack on it so that he's going to be debuffing leadership tests around him with the Terror Causer. Pretty cool. The Sorcerer Prophet with Armor of Destiny on a big old cow. 10 points for yes. Still trying to do things with a level 4 on Demonology. I think that's going to be hard now. Chorfs have got no native +1 to cast unless he's super duper lucky on that Dark Forged weapons. If he's still trying to do the Storm of Ash thing, hero. I ran the numbers on it.
Wasn't it?
It's 10 to cast. Well hard to cast, yeah. But then I really like what he's done with his core. I think the Black Orc mobs are a trap. You can't get them to where they need to be half the time. By the time you've spent enough points to make them effective, you've blown out 400 and 500 points onto this unit. And
you may as well essentially just say that Black Orc War Boss is 400 and whatever points it is added together.
Yeah.
That's all they are, isn't it? It's just part of his points.
Yeah, and I think he's been really clever by not taking them up to 10 or 12 so they can cap objectives. He's gone, nah, there's 5 of them. We'll put a boss in there to just clop someone in the face if they come in. And wicked, I'm going to run with 60 hobgoblins that have got a 4-up save in combat. That's just wild now. Absolutely wild. And then 2 Iron Demons. And I hadn't rolled Iron Demons for a long time. And me and Dave had a game the other day, and I forgot they can delete units piecemeal. If you're T3, it can just make you go. And
I'm a huge fan of Iron Demons, to be honest.
They've got so much better. Considering my Gobbo Star ruined your love of Chaos Dwarfs.
Yeah.
All of the natural predators, though, have been gutted in 1.5.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, it's back to being the original natural predators of T7, which is cannons. That's about it. You know?
If only there was an army that could double shoot cannons.
There is. That also actually happens to have a strength 10 character in it.
Wild, isn't it? Like, if only that existed somewhere. It's crazy.
So yeah, I'm playing Cathay now instead of Chaos Dwarfs, and I think we're understanding why.
Yeah,
you used to be cool.
Yeah, I think.
Be somebody, Tom.
Yeah, I think Rasmus
Skin Wolves and Beastmen and Chaos Dwarfs, and now look at you.
But no, this
used to be somebody.
10 out of 10 points for to Rasmus for getting the most. Personally, I think he's gotten the most out of Chaos Dwarfs at the event there. Really cool. Really, really cool to see.
It's a really nice.
I really like this list.
Yeah, it's a really nice list, to be fair. I think a kind of sneaky little hidden use for the Black Orcs he's going to be using for is during domination, just kind of hide them behind something right at the back of the board. And also for hiding next to the baggage train, so little units coming around to get it can't get it, because the Black Orcs, even 5 of them can do a lot of damage, right?
That's what I was going to say, to be fair. They're amazing for protecting baggage trains. Like, you either go sword and board, they're on a 3-up save, or if they actually need to dish out some pain, like great weapons, they will murder other chaff. Mm-hmm. Like, they absolutely will.
I just pray for him. I pray for him that he doesn't kill anything with that Wyvern's poisonous tail.
I really, really hope he does.
Because I pray that all the Orcs and Goblins players crush them into the dirt and release these poor slaves. This is not acceptable use of Black Orcs. 5 on their own.
They want to be there.
They want 30 of those bad boys running up with regen and ward saves, not your demonology nonsense.
There's only 5 of them here. It's fine. It's a minor case.
I'm with you, though, Tom. I think he's really maximised his core there.
Yeah.
I think it's really... that's the pick for Chaos Dwarfs for me.
There's just so many wounds to get through.
That it's so not worth your time as well. Like you're like, I've killed 30 goblins. What was that worth? 130 points.
Yeah.
They're totally irrelevant. Like, the only thing
that's saving combat,
the 2 Iron Demons and the 2 characters. Everything else is just worthless, which is what makes it so beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the stuff that is points you just can't kill. It's a nightmare. This is a really, really hard list for dwarves to deal with. Like Tom, when he was running his Chaos Dwarves, stopped me from getting to a couple of podiums just because I could not get past the 3-up ward.
Yeah. It's worse. It's the other day. It's the 6-up ward that gets you. You get the cannon through without blowing itself up, which is my normal trick. And then he makes up the 6-up ward, and you're just like, I swear to God.
So I genuinely think, as an aside, I know we're not rating factions, but I think Chaos Dwarves have gone up a lot. Because one of the terrors of the board right now is Cathay, and you can put 5-up wards versus flaming on a decent chunk of your army, which immediately makes the balloons hesitate. So an aside, but yeah, Chaos Dwarves stocks up.
So next up is going to be my first pick. So this is the Finnish dwarf list, and this is by Aku, which is, I was going to say Aku on Discord, but it's pretty much exactly the same. So he has a dwarf engineer sapper with the Master Rune of Calm. Absolutely amazing pick. The Fireball Thane with the handgun, which is just an auto include in all of the dwarf lists, I think. Then 2 units of 17 rangers with great weapon, crossbow, old Deadeye, and standard bearer. It's kind of an interesting choice that he hasn't taken the throwing axes, considering that these are going to be just sitting on objectives with a sapper in them. Then 2 units of scout gyrocopters, 2 cannons with function over form, 1 with the rune of forging, 1 with the rune of reloading. And then here's the hero pick. Now, the reason I've picked this is got 3 units of 4 gyrocopters with brimstone guns. Now, Aku is definitely getting thrown into Cathay. Like, though, that is a lot of strength 5 shots. He's got one job, and that's going to be going after balloons. I like it, it's a hero pick. I've never managed to actually get these to work. So if these have been working in this list, then I might need to rethink my life. But yeah, like that's definitely what I think this list's going for. I just wanted to give this a little bit of an honorary mention because it's got kind of everything that you want there in a dwarf list. It's got the Rune of Calm to stop the magic. You've already got your magic resist anyway. It's got the Fireball Thane, which is kind of a standard one in all of the lists. And then a lot more T5 shooting than any of the other dwarf lists.
I've just realised why there's no throwing axes, by the way, because this man's game plan is clearly roll nothing but 6s, and throwing axes don't have armor bane.
Yeah.
So, no,
you've got a plan. You've got a plan.
No, because we're rolling 6s for everything. So no, only crossbows, only 6s. That's it. You know,
I like this list, mate. I've got to say, I just think it's absolute balls out. It's just
can't wait for him to 20-0 Cathay.
It's doing what it's doing. If it doesn't do it, it's like
And
Why
it's
don't
counter
you just-
to your traditional rolling ones for clatterguns, Richie. So now he's just rolling ones to hit, and it gets rid of a dice roll for him.
Yeah.
It's positive.
Yeah, no, that is true. Less of a it's less of a feels badge. You know, when you roll like 6 shots on a clattergun and then roll 6 ones, you're like, oh. No, it's a crazy list. I hope he does really, really well. I'm really interested to see on the day how all of the brimstone guns do. I discounted brimstone guns quite a long time ago, just because they didn't work for me. So if they do work and we see them being able to smash Cathay, then this is potentially a pivot that I might take myself going forward.
you kind of feel like they should work as well, though, don't you? You read the stats from them, like they should be really good, and they just never quite work. So I do hope they work for them because it's a ballsy list. I love it.
Yeah, no, it's awesome, to be fair.
The ability to take objectives, backfield objectives, get rid of the baggage trains with the units of 4, with them being unit strength 3 as well. There's so much mobility in that list as well that it's got to be sort of respected that you've got to protect your baggage train against this list. So it's got elements to it as well outside of it will blow stuff up with strength 5. It will also take objectives off you. Not the core objectives, but the baggage train, which is in a number of objectives. I feel like there's the units of 4 just give you so much more consistency to get that, to just hold the objective and score.
Yeah, I mean, lists like this, like very similar to one that I'm running, it's almost guaranteed that you're going to get potentially almost max domination points as well. So you're just going to be trying to whittle those units down, kill like an entire board side, and just take all of the points. So yeah, it's a good list. I really, really want to see it. You know, I'm probably going to go over and, if I can, watch from a distance some of the games because we're not allowed to stand next to tables. But I'm definitely going to have a chat to Aku after the game, I think. So we are just brushing over France because Nick, and we are just love you, buddy, love you.
Wasn't the whole point of this video that we can't talk about our own lists? And considering Nick only plays my lists, we can't talk about France, so we have to move to Germany.
No, so basically we're just brushing it. And we are jumping straight into Germany. So the next pick is Tom's, and this is Nils Keitzman's Tomb Kings.
Now, I don't pretend to be knowledgeable about Tomb Kings. He's down there. This, though, was the list where I just went, you what? You fucking what? You can do that? Boy's stacking 3 Necrotechs in a unit of Tomb Guard. And I saw it and I was like, yes, 1000%. Like, he saw Graveguard and he went, I want to do that. That looks fun. Weapon skill 7? Yeah, fuck it, all day. And I just think this is great. I mean, Scott, maybe you can say what these items do, but Fazarak's Canopy, what does that do?
Honestly, I'd have to look it up. I don't know. I've never used it before.
Yeah,
I think it's pronounced canopy.
This is the secret tech of this.
There's new stuff that even I've not heard of in Tomb Kings, and I'm like, oh.
Yeah, so it's a high priest. It's Mort Cult. It's a high priest level 3 on illusion, 2 power scrolls and a lore familiar.
No, sorry, Tom. It's not Mort Cult. This is Grand Army.
Oh, this is Grand Army. Sorry, I just saw all Mort priests and just thought Mort Cult. Because yeah, high priest level 3 on illusion, 2 level 1s also on illusion. So this guy's just seen the spell Glittering Robe and gone, yes, that will do nicely. Thank you very much.
Nothing wrong with
It's grand. 3 Necrotechs. Oh, here's the other characters. A Herald, a Herald BSB with Banner of the Desert Winds. Sorry, the first one's just got a great weapon. A Tomb King with the Ogre Blade and Armor of Meteoric Iron. 69 archers with a Standard Bearer and a Champion. 6 Horse Archers. 35 Tomb Guards with Halberds. Captain, Standard Bearer, Icon of Rakaf. Is that the Reform one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Drilled. And then 2x2 Carrion. Like, this is... Oh, it's such chest hair, this list is.
It's good. I called this, didn't I, Scott? Carrion. We're going to be useful.
Yeah,
I called this.
Love Carrion.
Well, the unit strength's pretty, aren't they?
Doing something similar in many respects to what my list does to a point. Like, that Herald that you pointed out for 64 points, all he is 2 extra wounds to the king.
Yeah.
Whilst having 3 attacks with the great weapon.
So, it's just very interesting to me. The Orba Petrar's -1 to hit, isn't it?
For shooting, yeah.
For shooting. So this one's going to go, Cathay, please come here. Because I've tested into this brick where it's minus everything to shoot into them. And you have to pray so hard that your cannon hits their general and they roll a 1. Otherwise, it's just throwing shit at a wall and watching it slide off. It's insane. But a combat army would still struggle with this because then you've got 3 bloody necrotechs sitting in front in that front line.
No, they fail.
Summons skeletons.
It summons skeletons.
I was going to say, I think that's the secret tech in this list, that he could say that item does anything and nobody can check it up, because it took me an hour to find out what that was, typing in Old World.
Honestly.
No idea.
Yeah, but super cool list. Never played against anything like it before. Well, I mean, I've played against here's a brick of skeleton archers, deal with it, fuck you. Which is, this is an evolution of that. He's basically thrown 470 points into a Tomb Guard list and gone, yeah, that'll do. And yeah, credit to him. I think he's going to win a lot of games, this guy is, because in the right pairings, you have no answers.
It's a good list.
Yeah.
I really like the Carrion in it as well, to give a bit of extra props. I think they're just... They'll be an absolute pain in the arse. They're actually really good little bits of chaff.
Yeah.
Ballsy as all hell going Ogre Blade on your 4-attack king as well. Come on! What a hero.
Yeah. I think that is, again, it's because it's anti-balloon. So this is, I actually clicked into your balloon. Right, it's dead now. You know, unless you've taken the triple save one, it's not walking out of it. Probably, anyway.
This will be hard for people to take serious points off this list.
Yeah.
I don't think outside of trying to kill the heroes, you're going to get any points off this whatsoever, really. Like, I want nothing to do with this. If I was playing into this, I would have to play the most negative game of Warhammer you've ever seen in your entire life.
I don't know. When we played each other, that was pretty goddamn negative.
It was.
I see 108 delightful points that I could score against this list.
The
and I'll take all 108 of them.
Yeah, I'm going to play the board on this and ignore the Tomb Kings.
I mean, you got to remember, the other thing is, though, that it's archers. They can volley fire, but not if they move.
Yeah, it's not
it's static. It's just going to push a Tomb Guard block at you and say, can you deal with it? And the answer to a lot of things is going to be, no.
No,
can't.
And the thing I would raise in this one as well is we go back to looking at the leadership bomb lists where your necrotechs are on leadership 7. If you get off your leadership debuffs onto them, you're testing on a 6 just to get your extra attacks. But then he's throwing in, you're not rezzing on a 6 at the same time. So there's definite weaknesses to it, but in the right matchups, it will chew through anything.
Yeah, and the secret sauce with this as well is the Icon of Rakath. So what he's going to try and do is line up overruns, and then because the Icon of Rakath lets you reform, so you're going to be expanding out to try and clip other units. Like, as soon as this gets going, if you put units behind, they're just going to get run into, and this thing's going to blend everything that it is. I think this is going to do really well. I think Germany on a whole are going to be definitely one of the top contenders for the win. Every single list is amazing. This was just one that stood out as just being a bit left field. And yeah, it's pretty notey, right?
I had this down on one of my picks as well if Tom hadn't got there first. I just think that Tomb Guard block is going to be remarkably fast as well, between having reserve move, the king putting some movement onto it, and then reforming with Rakaf. This list is going to cause some serious problems, and I genuinely think that block will catch a lot of people out.
Yeah, there's only two things that I can hold in a positive mindset if I come up against this list. It's not got a 5-up regen, unlike the Graveguard one, and there's no way he's giving it a ward save. So if I do damage to it, I've done the damage, you know?
I think there's
Probably.
some lists out there that can set themselves up as well without going too much into team tactics or conversations that we shouldn't be having in this video, that could throw a lot of damage out in that 2-turn sequence between one phase and a second phase. I won't say which phase it is, but that can be set up to really abuse a list like this as well. So they really need to get those glittering robes off
Yeah.
as well.
Well, yeah, without the glittering robes stopping it, range damage can do a lot to that Tomb God block.
Yeah, for sure. It's going to be interesting to see how they get on. I can see this potentially just winning all of its games, to be perfectly honest. It's a scary list for sure.
Cathay could do that. They could do nasty things to that list.
Yeah. I don't see a world where they let this get paired into Cathay, though.
No, well, I mean, you'd like to think not, because otherwise that's going to be a very strong list that does a lot of good stuff for Germany.
Any other shooting list, though? Kind of bummed against it.
There's potential in the evasion lists as well to have that double pin between Cathay and evasion to just, you're here, I'm now there.
Yeah.
And keep chasing me all game. That's fine. I will take a 11-9 loss, but you're not getting the 20 out of me. I'm not gonna engage with you. You can keep your 3 attacks Tomb Guard to yourself.
On the right board, the evasion list actually comes out on top here.
Yeah. It's
by 104
if they do well with the matchups, though, this list will do horrible things to people.
Yeah, like if you've got an evasion list on domination against this, you win. You do actually win. So yeah, it's a tough one. But yeah, enough about Tomb Kings, because we're probably going to talk about them 3 more times before the end of this video.
We should.
So the next one, we are going into Hungary, which is going to be our first pairing. So hopefully Dave gets to play into this list because he absolutely loves it. This is Christoph's Orc and Goblins.
And this is a man that I will buy a drink in any bar in Germany on any evening, even though we've got a no drinking policy until this Sunday when we lift the cup. But this man is, in my opinion, going to be the best sportsman at the event. When you look at a list at an event, you can tell who is going to pilot it. You can tell who's going to be an absolute blast at the table. You know fine well this man will have the loudest wah of the weekend, and as much as I've given up my Orcs and Goblins, my beloved Orcs and Goblins, for the WTC to win and feel dirty for it, this man has not. This man has brought the craziest Orcs and Goblins list I have ever seen. This man has brought 35 frenzied Night Goblins. He doesn't deal with poison. He will charge your ass with some Night Goblins. This man has brought Savage Orc Boar Boys because he doesn't care about the rules in the game. He will let his list play himself. This man is my hero, and I want him to do so well. It is incredible. I just go down this list, and every time I was adding it into New Recruit, because he can't import it because he's not used the right template for the system, I will fight for his right to get all of his points. The judges cannot take a point off this man because I will die on a hill for him. He is my hero. He has brought a troll hag with a burning blade.
Yes, that's my favourite part. He's got a fucking
man is so anti-ethereal.
Everything about this list is heroic. Like there's not one thing in this list that doesn't make me think this guy's a legend.
The man has put the armour of destiny on a cave squig. No man was brave enough to do it before he did, but he has done it. I love him so much. I want to play him, and I want to let him beat me at this point because his list is so good. I just love every element of it. Who gives the Angry Lads flag to Night Goblins? This man does.
This guy.
And he deserves to win because of it. This is by far the sportsman choice of the tournament. You know fine well he is going to have a great tournament, and anybody who plays this man will have a great game. And I will be there with my filthy non-list to abuse the frenzy and make him sad and make him charge through his own fanatics when he releases them, and I will feel awful doing it.
You won't.
I will. I will. I believe I will. But double mangler is great. Double squig hoppers, I've been very strongly in favour of those. They're great around the terrain, which WTC has a lot of. And then a 4-up ward save on a cave squig. I just
The
love
best thing
every
about this
element of
list
it.
you haven't even mentioned, and it's the flying orc
Oh,
warder.
I forgot about him.
It's the 7 point short on the list.
It's the fact that he could add an extra goblin,
It's
but
a
he
good
doesn't
one.
want to. He doesn't want to. He didn't forget. He doesn't want to. Chris, ask me for a beer at any point in the tournament, and I will make sure you will have it, because I love this. Is Orcs and Goblins at its best, and I want to play this list so bad.
It's so cool. Like, that is the most Warhammer Fantasy looking army that I've ever seen for the last couple of years. Like, it's so cool.
It falls into the list like it's almost like, without looking at a list, I could say this is a best painted contender.
Mhm.
Just because I'm like, this guy loves his army. You can tell the choices he's made, the army and the unit. You can see the theme. It's just so cool. And mate, it's just, this is Orcs and Goblins, and there's a lot of really competitive Orcs and Goblins list, which, you know, I don't think are quite to the level of top table, and we've sort of had chats about that potentially on video. I don't know who I've been on YouTube with these days, but this one just sang to me. I was like, this is madness on a page. Sometimes this falls into the category of who deals with it, because there's so much random movement. And then there's randomly flying. Yeah, of course you do. You could say you should
You with everything, Tom. Go back in your box.
should feel bad. You're going to park 2 balloons in front of those 35 frenzied night goblins who just want to fight for their cave and ruin everything. But I just love this one. This is a great thematic list. It's dumb. It's Warhammer is what it is. And there's a lot of lists out there which are just so competitive. We're really eking out every inkling of value out of it. It's the fact that there's 35 and 25 on the night goblins instead of 2 units of 30. You know, it's just, everything about it screams to me, this guy is going to be incredible. And as much as we joke about lists, I genuinely feel like if there is a best sportsman award, it's either him or the French Bretonian player who
It's definitely
deserves
the French player.
an award at the same time, just for coming dressed as a knight, just not Nick.
It's the single stone troll.
Yeah.
Like, why not? Why not?
Because you've got to have it to have the troll hag.
That's an actual choice.
It's a tax for the troll hag.
Yeah.
No, not in a grand army. It's not, is it? You can take
It is, yeah. It's
I thought
one per troll.
Could just be a regular rare. Oh,
Hero among us.
I love him so much. This guy is my hero, and I swear to I'm in that balance where we're like, we make jokes about lists and we talk about lists, but this guy is genuinely amazing. And the entirety of Team Hungary, I know Team Game 1 for us is, I know fine well it's going to be a blast playing it, which when you go to competitive events,
amazing.
like, this could not be a better Game 1 for us to be able to just have a great time playing Warhammer.
We're all going to be fighting to play this guy. All going to be fighting to play this guy.
100%.
This guy screams like a proper Warhammer player where he's going to have a good time, and his army's probably going to look freaking amazing on the board.
Yeah.
I also can't wait for him to table Tom when those fanatics go through the balloons.
I won't be happy for it. I'll be going
It's when
around.
the 35 frenzied night goblins get in and spike with all those attacks.
Honest to Christ, if I come up against this guy, I'm going to call a timeout halfway through the game, and I'm going to be like, boys, am I allowed to just let him fuck me up? Like, are we at a point right now where that's okay? Because if so, I want to make his dreams come true.
I want this man to win the Slayer's sword at this event, just because it will throw the meta all over the place as to be, why aren't we running an Orc War Boss with the Sword of Might and the Flying Carpet? Because you know fine well he has a model for this.
Yeah, and it's going to look sexy.
It's going to be so good. I just love this man so much.
Yeah, I'm really excited to play against Hungary first game. It's going to be so good. So next up, we have Tom's final pick, which is the Hungarian Cathay list. Oh, you dirty humans.
Yeah. I mean, so this guy gets the unique award from me because he is the singular Cathay person at the event who's gone balloons. No. And it's just not taken one. And so, fair play to him. Clearly knows something the rest of us don't. So it's double Shigengan Lord, but it's not double Bunk either. So we've got one on High Magic. That's a level 3 with a pistol and the Alchemist Mask. We've got a level 4 with the Jade Blade and a lot of spells on illusions. So we're going doppelganger there. 2x10 Jade Lancers without ambush. One of them with the Dragon's Eye banner. So it's like on a 3-up, the spell gets ignored. No fly banner. 2 cannons. One of them has an ogre. And 2 sentinels. 1 jade, 1 granite. This man's playing old school Warhammer too. He's clearly had taken a look at the rules and said, do you know what? Those balloons don't really suit what I'm trying to do. The way that I view Warhammer to be played as a game, and let's be honest, they don't at all. They don't abide by the way the game's ever been played before. And he's gone, giant, yeah, that's Warhammer. Cannon, Warhammer. Cavalry, yes, but they're on the board. And then 2 flying kind of dragons. Like, credit to him. This looks cool. There is, by no means, is this a bad list, because we still have a cannon that can shoot twice and that has gunpowder bombs, so you can't charge it. We've got 2 units of very cheap cavalry, like 2x10 cavalry for less than 300 points each is cheap.
And they're good.
And they're good. Yeah, they're not strength 6,
but
they're good. We've got 2 highly mobile level 3/level 4 wizards, one of which can really wreck your day if you're T5 or less with that Jade Blade. The high magic one, I imagine it's there to make the rest of his army a little bit better. We use it throwing ward saves out there, looking for Fury of Cain and things like that. The Jade Sentinel, picking a spell on stuff, always cool. And the Granite Sentinel turns off other people's cannons. So yeah, I see where they're going for. Into the Cathay mirror match, this one will lose. It just will. Because it doesn't have the tools to deal with it. But this is still a very strong list in its own regard that can probably still make a lot of lists quite scared.
Double Sentinel is going to be spicy. Like, for some matchups, that's going to be rough to kill.
Well, if you have an illusion mage going around saying, right, so your dragon's not going to charge anymore, that one's got a column in front of it, and that one's got 2 sentinels running at it. Your turn.
Like a couple of the other teams out there have really doubled down on the fact that they've built specific armies for specific tasks. So this is built with a purpose, and there's going to be a couple of armies in mind that they're going to want to throw that at. So they've obviously just thought, right, we don't want balloons. We've got enough stuff covering those armies that we'd put that into. We're going to throw this at something and fill that gap. I'm really interested to see what they're going to throw it at. When we play against them, see what they're going to try and pair it into. I've got a couple of ideas what we want to put into it. Obviously can't talk about that now, but yeah, interested to see what they want to do with it.
I just like how different it is, to be honest. I
as well.
Really like the variance in it, and I think Double Sentinel could cause certain matchups like serious pain.
Well, if you have the Jade one walking behind the Granite one, and you've got a cannon army, you're like, well, that's an issue. I now can't hurt them.
I had a really interesting list that'll do different things.
Yeah. We had the Cathay off, myself and Tom, with this list, just to really get a feel for it. And it's the ability to screen your deployment with a Granite Sentinel. That means I can give you the first turn, bring you to me if you're going to come towards me, or you can waste a turn and sit there and shoot 3 cannons or do your double shot at it to hopefully get rid of it, because you're only doing a wound to it, and that can screen so much of your weaker units. And then there's the variance of the bonk. We blew up a balloon with the bonk. If it goes off, you're going to be scared by it.
Yeah. So I mean, if you're T5 or less, so that Jade Blade, Strength 6, AP 2, it's a great weapon that just hits at initiative. So if you're T5 or less, that's terrifying. It really is. And this is and also those 2 Shigengans working in concert, going into, I wouldn't quite say Death Stars, but medium stars. So if you've got like 2 characters, like a BSB plus another dude in a brick of 25, those 2 can munch that unit potentially.
Yeah. So next up, we've got Scott's pick, and we are heading over to Italy. Now, this is Matteo's High Elves.
So you were all in the enviable position to have met some of the Italian players, and unfortunately I'm not, but I couldn't not pick this list when going through through them. it's got one setting and one setting only, and I have nothing but respect for someone who's just going to go point, click in the most aggressive way humanly possible. It's double prints, both on Star Dragons, both with good saves, like a couple of opal amulets each, both a Seed of Rebirth, both got grey weapons. It is absolutely not messing around. 2 units of 6 Illyrian Reavers with the Ring of Fury on both of them in skirmish. 2 units of Elven Archers, which I can only assume he has nothing but disdain for because they're not riding some sort of monster.
I was about to say, I feel like this man will be offended by you. He's only got 1 gear. No, sir,
Oh,
he has
he's got
23
two
Elven
archers.
Archers
Sorry.
for gear 2.
He's also got double Frostheart Phoenix and a Loathing Skycutter. I just think this list is awesome. I think it's going to cause so many problems to people who don't want to be rushed. And this is just a stunningly aggressive list. And I just love everything about it. Like the princes are both 495 points, which just strikes a little fresh apart in my soul.
I feel like there's 5 points unspent on them. There's got to be something we can put on them.
No, they both got great weapons. They're both on full plate. They both got Pure of Heart. They're both on a Star Dragon. They both got a Charm Shield. They both got Seed Arena. They both got 2 opal amulets. They're the same thing, just that one of them's the general. It's a double Frostheart. Honestly, I think this list is going to cause a lot of people problems because it is so aggressive.
So it's just occurred to me now. I've played against this, but a long time ago, and it was the same event me and you went to, Richie. It was, I think, the first or second TSN event that we went to, and there was a bunch of ex-Team England players from Age of Sigmar or 40k. You might be able to remember the lad's name. I can't remember, but he had full send high elves, and it was this before the Skycutters existed.
Is it Swinge or something?
It might have been, yeah. But it was terrifying to watch it happen because I was playing with Beastman at the time, and this is pre-journals and all of this stuff. And it was, you have 1 turn.
Yeah.
You have 1 turn to think about things because turn 2, his entire army, bar 23 archers, is in combat. And they've chosen the combats they want to go into as well because everything's so damn quick.
And like both Reavers, obviously they've got the Ring of Fury, so they've got champions in there. So those princes are going to fight what they want to fight. They're not going to get tied up in challenges and get done to combat res. Like that's not what's going to happen. Especially because there's 2 of them anyway. So worst case scenario, they take 2 Star Dragon princes into a block, and they're like, I don't care. Like, I literally don't care. I'm just going to smash whatever I'm in combat with.
Even with a big Tomb King block or Graveguard block, if you've got both princes, both phoenixes in, and one of the Reavers to get rid of shitey challengers, you will delete that unit in 2-3 turns.
Oh, the damage the damage output that this can do is wild.
Yeah, you can't throw a big frontage in front of this. They will abuse it.
This almost has me in the, to quote Chris Eubank, the difference between a boxer and a fighter. Because this list is a fighter. I think there's plenty of lists out there that are boxers. They're just going to dance around this and sting it to death. I think it's almost why I said I'm disappointed he can't get 5 more points onto the dragons, because there's going to be lists out there that will kill everything on the board that aren't those dragons.
Yeah, no, you're right, because if you can dance around it, you'll do really well. But if you're relatively static in this, you have to let it come at you, it's not going to go well for you.
This knows what it wants to play and what it doesn't want to play.
This has got some very clear matchup that it wants, and those matchups it's going to do very, very well in.
And Mateo's got a really pretty army.
Yeah, no, he does. If this gets paired well, this is going to be another one of those armies that could just potentially win all games.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, in the right matchups, this is going to be brutal. Like, really brutal.
Well, this was terrifying 2 months into the edition when level 4s were ruining everyone's fun.
And now without Magic to defend against it, this is going to be horrific to deal with if it's in the right matchup.
And this is another list that is so happy that I can't play the Goblet of Star anymore.
Yeah,
I would have had so much fun against this. He would not.
No. So next up, we have Scotland with Amy's Orcs and Goblins list. This is a Scot pick. So why have you picked Amy's army?
So first and foremost, I've played against a version of this list quite a few months ago now, and it will be a competitor for the nicest painted army there. Like Amy's paintwork is incredible. But beyond that, I've picked it because it's got loads of spiders and loads of war machines and nothing in between, and it's heroic in every way. Which has got, I don't know what, because is that a special? Oh, is that a special character for 105 points?
Picnic, yeah.
Then it's got a goblin oddgit on a wolf, level 1 on WoW. Then the best thing in the list, because she's got a goblin oddnob on a Ragnarok spider, level 3 WoW, talisman of protection.
Like, how many points is that, Scott?
It's 475 points.
It's the Orc Goblin Chaos Lord on Dragon is what it is.
10 points less than Meow Ying.
It's outrageous. And we all know Ragnarok spiders are freaking awesome, but they're also possibly, in fact, not possibly, they're definitely the most overcosted thing in the game.
Yeah.
And like, hats off to Amy for sticking with her guns, because like she's got 2 of them in the list that I played, and they're both stunning, and it'll be a crime to not see them at Worlds.
It's where the missing balloon points are. They're inside the Ragnarok.
Yeah, there must be. She's then got an Orc War Boss on a Werven, Troll-Eyed Trousers, Grey Weapon. Then 6 spiders, 6 spider riders, 6 spider riders, 6 spider riders, 9 wolf riders. And then we're getting the other half of the army, which I find just as awesome. Not 1, not 2, but 3 goblin bolt throwers. Not 1, but 2 doom divers and 2 rock lobbers. Like, it's just
death from afar.
It's a gun line with loads of frickin' spiders in between you and the guns.
And ambushing goblin wolf riders, so by the time you've walked across the board to deal with the gun line, the wolf riders go and at your backfield. It's clever.
Like, this is ace, to be fair. Like, Amy, I had to give a shout because, one, like I say, the army's stunningly painted, and Amy is an absolute great sport. So, like, whoever has a game against her will be playing against a beautiful looking army and like a really, really good opponent. Like, she's a good player and a good sport. So like, I couldn't not pick this list, to be honest. I just think it's ace. Like,
I mean, there was a competition before this video started filming between myself and Scott as to who gets to talk about Amy's list, because this is another Orcs and Goblins list, which is wild. It is going to terrify everybody in the shooting phase for 2 or 3 turns before you get into it. Nobody wants to be hit by it, because that's a lot of rocks getting thrown at your head, Mr. Balloon. I hope you can make a 5-up save.
I was hiding from a doom diver.
Yeah.
There's only 2 things in the entire army worth any points, which is the 2 characters. Yeah. Everything else is crap. Like, there's nothing there worth points, so you just kill and kill and kill.
But the amount of points you can get is insane. Those 100-point units can rack up triple their value.
Oh, they're amazing. Like, I just really like it. Like, Spider Riders are really expensive for what, like, relatively. But I say that, there's still a unit of 6.
In 1.5, at unit strength 12 of the 6, they sit on an objective for 1 turn and they've got a third of their points. Before they've done anything, they sit on a circle, they've paid for a third of themselves. And if you don't shoot them off, they're now 2/3 paid for themselves. They're just going to keep racking up value that you've got to put resources in to deal with 6 Goblin Spider Riders, which are just going to run away the second you charge them. It's a really nice techie list that's going to use open order really well. It's going to shoot you, and if you don't pay attention to the Spider Riders, they're going to keep scoring on core. And if you do, they're going to keep shooting you. It's a pick your poison list, and she's fitting a Ragnarok in, which is amazing, because it's an Ragnarok. Who's seen an Ragnarok on the table? Unless they played Amy. It's a great list. I think it's pure pick your poison, which is a great way of playing the game now, of just creating multiple threats and different angles that your opponent has to deal with. And the only reason Scott is talking about it is because a man brought 35 frenzied night goblins, as far as I'm concerned, and he is my true hero.
Him is just like a secondary hero for you, David.
I mean, lots of spiders, heroic. 35 frenzied night goblins, that is that is the true heroism.
So next up, we have Scott's final pick, which is Alberto from Spain with, funny enough, Tomb Kings this time.
Well, I couldn't not select a Tomb King picking from my favourite 3 lists, and this one is fantastic. Like, I love it. It's, again, similar to the higher list. So it's got 2 level 1 mortuary priests on elementalism. Like, frankly, I think they're irrelevant. Like, they're just there to res something a little bit. He's then got double Tomb King on bone dragons. Not only that, but he hasn't got Armor of Ages, because that's just how balls out this guy is. Like, reroll wounds, not interested. So his general has got the Dragon Slaying Sword, Armor of Meteoric Iron, and Talisman of Protection. Like,
It's because you're not going to be there to hit him back. That's why.
well, that's what he hoping for, but he's just going to get shot instead.
Triple save, triple fives though.
Yeah. Oh, no, like, there's a lot to be said for it. It's a good build. And then the other one has got a great weapon and the Armor of Destiny. Like, come on, shoot me, dragon. Got a 4 at ward. Okay. Like, double Tomb Kings on dragon are just hard to deal with. Like, the T6, 9 wounds. Like, they're just good. I mean, they're not. They're
Is it Royal Host?
They're Wish. No. This is Grand Army as well.
Army as well.
It's then got 10 archers, 5 horse archers, and then I think the true source, double block of 34 skeleton warriors, full command, hand weapon shield, and phalanx. So, like, they're going nowhere unless you're bigger than them.
Well, they're just going to be sat on an objective, aren't they? The whole point for this list is put them on objectives and then charge all the toughness 6 at you to table your damage dealers, right?
Yeah, like, it's got those 2 blocks sit there to just hold objectives and not die. The double king, it then gets better because they've got double Necro Sphinx as well. So you've got 4 flying T6 monsters, which is beautiful in every respect. And then 2 units of Carrion, because clearly this guy knows that Carrion are the secret source. It's in some respects, it's really similar to the high elf list that I picked earlier. It's really aggressive, but it's got 2 excellent blocks to just hold objectives and not die. And if you do kill them, like, those blocks of skeleton warriors are only worth 195 points. They're the price of a sphinx. It's absolutely bananas for they're going to do no damage, and, like, you will kill them. But the effort that goes into killing skeletons that don't give ground rating is just awful. Whilst you're getting 4 flying T6 monsters coming at you. I really like it. I know I've clearly got a soft spot for Tomb Kings, and I love a bone dragon. Sorry, a necrolith bone dragon. Like, who doesn't love necro sphinxes as well? Like, they're just 4 T6 monsters. Come on.
It's one of those lists where it's 2 amendments away where I'm terrified by it, saying if those elementalisms were not hero rolling for something good and just went, Glittering Robe exists, -1 to hit my 34 skeleton warriors. Now deal with this.
That's what I think. To be fair, that's what if they were illusion and you put 1 in each block and you just cast Glittering Robes, that's it.
Yeah.
But I think it's a good list. I think, again, it's going to cause some people problems. If it comes up against an avoidance list, it's going to have a bad time because it's not that mobile. But if it comes up against something, again, static or something that is happy to have a quote-unquote monster off, like, it could do well. It really could.
I think it's interesting in the wider lists out there that the avoidance isn't there to the greater extent that we've seen it. So obviously, I think the majority of the dwarf lists are full avoidance, outside of a bit of gun element, and I think it's just myself with the going directly into the avoidance null version of the list. Outside of that, there's not much for this to be avoided at this point. Well. There's not the double pins for a lot of teams that this will get something that it's going to kill.
Can I just interject as well that there's something wrong in the world where the most avoidance list is dwarfs? Rich.
No, do you know what it is? It's because everybody thinks that we're the slowest army in the game, where we're actually the fastest.
No, it's outrageous.
They're mentally slow now instead.
Whoa.
It's Cathay are too busy inventing cannons for you, and you're there busy inventing helicopters faster than their balloons.
Big brains over here now, you know.
Yeah. Fuck you,
Like Chaos
GW.
Force abandoned the cannons. They went what? Temu cannons? No. We'll go. For
I mean, Cathay invented the clatter gun with the Ryan Hale guns, did they not? And then the dwarfs made them worse again.
We just superior, you know.
And bombs as well.
The written word.
Bobbing run.
You know.
What they did, to be fair to JW, they looked at the dwarf and thought, "Oh, there's some decent stuff in all of those things. If we made them actually good, we've got Cathay."
Yeah.
They look at it and think, what if these guys didn't have beards and were actually good?
Yeah. Could I just say a special shout out to the entirety of Team Switzerland, because you saw the words undead and went, fuck you. And I respect you for it.
Legends.
I have no time for this nonsense.
Yeah. No, I just massively respect you. It's like you saw the 1.5 changes to regen and went, well, I'm just going to avoid that entire conversation by not taking undead. Perfect. You know?
We don't need that double regen.
So yeah, just shout out to the entire team, heroes. And you don't have a poorly balanced roster because of it either. Like I'm looking at your lists, and that's still a scary lineup. It's very cool that you managed to do that without taking either of the undead factions. So yeah, cool.
For my next one, it is the Switzerland dwarf list, and this list by Thomas is pretty cool. I actually really rate this, to be honest. So it has a king on there with shield bearers, rune of preservation, master rune of spite, and rune of fury. So he doesn't care about armor. There's no Gromrel on there being a hero. Rune Lord for that juicy, like they're so good now at just being able to stop magic. Rune of Furnace and the Rune of Balance on there as well. Rune of Balance on Rune Lord is brilliant. Then we've got the Thane BSB. It's got Grungni, standard, really good into big units. And then the rest of it is the handgun, a shield, Rune of Stone, Rune of Preservation, and the Rune of Parrying. Now, the fact that this isn't a fireball Thane, I think's a little bit crazy. Like, it is a bit of left field. I probably would have put one in there. Excited to see what this does do, though. But then has the 33 Longbeards in a massive unit with the Rune of Passage, the Rune of Courage, Musician, and Drilled. Like, that is a chunky unit. It's bigger than I've ever run the Longbeard, so that's it's huge. And then running 2 cannons, one with Stalwart and reloading, and then 2 singular gyrocopters, I think, just to be a nuisance. And then the hero choice, like, this is absolute hero. And I wish I'd done this, to be honest. 15 hammerers, just fully upgraded with Rune of Battle, Rune of Confusion. It's 371 points for 15 guys. Like, it's a hero choice. Like, to be fair, they're gonna if you put this into a full combat army, they're going to be able to hold an objective. They're not going to be able to take the objective, but they're going to stop the opponent from getting onto it for sure. And then a Doomseeker with 2 runes of speed. So that little bastard is going to be running around and absolutely murking stuff. Like, if that can get into the flank, that can get super high initiative as well. Really interested to see how this list does. It's a little bit left field in 1.5. I really rate it, though. I really want to see how it does.
I love the fact that massive block of Longbeard does 500 points on the actual nose.
It's almost impressive.
Yeah, no, 100%.
This man knows how to math.
He's not messing about. I can't believe this. That you can get 15 hammerers that cost nearly 400 points. I don't understand what's happening with that. Like, it's insane. Like, what? It's just runes. Have them all.
As a dedicated Night Goblin fan, I won't feel bad shooting this. I won't feel bad shooting this at all. I have got a lot of bullets that I could put into those chunky little dwarfy buggers, and I will happily do it for the man. He is bringing hammerers, which is amazing to see. It is something that nobody wants to charge, so sit that on an objective, and ain't nobody charging that thing, but somebody might shoot it. Somebody awful.
Yeah. I mean, they're definitely going to have to keep Thomas out of certain matchups. Like, this is going to be going into combat armies. Like, this will do really, really well into Warriors of Chaos and just anything that's going to be full send, like the High Elf armies that we've seen earlier. This will do amazing into that. So, yeah, it's going to have to be carefully bubble wrapped in the pairings, but I'm very excited to see how this does.
It's nice to see a dwarf list with blocks.
Oh, yeah, that's an actual dwarf list. Like, I feel dirty now. The
And
fact that that's at the event, I feel dirty.
The fact that you bottled it and didn't bring Slayers to you bottled it. This man is our new captain. He is our
I know.
hero.
If I make it back on the team, I maybe might bring Slayers next time. To be fair, I was talking to someone about this. I was like, if we manage to win and I get captain next year, shaving my head, ginger, Slayers, let's go.
I mean,
You
you've
can't
got
bring
to do
Slayer
it at
to
this
become a
point.
Slayer. Surely that should be if we lose, you do that. Like, not if we win.
No,
I mean,
it's
he's
because
already
I
lost.
believe that we're going to win. So
He's already lost because we now believe that Raban is Daddy Dwarf and
Yeah.
Richie is now Baby Dwarf because he has brought hammerers to Worlds. He is Daddy Dwarf and
What
he
a
will
hero.
be forever.
I know. I'm gonna have to go take the oath at the Shrine of Grimnir now. It's just gonna happen. So for Dave's final pick and our penultimate one as well, we are heading to the sunny land of Wales with Owen's Empire list.
And I have to start by saying I was going to be picking Alex's Warriors of Chaos that he brought from Home Nations, and then found out that the Man Mountain himself has gone to the mountains of Cathay and now deserves a solid boo. Boo, Alex, boo.
I know.
So
Alex
we
is.
picked out Owen.
All right, it's where the cool
I
kids
know.
play. It's where the cool
Alex
kids
used to
play.
be somebody.
I know. Alex has gone from one of my favourite people in Warhammer to
Of those people.
one of them. Yeah.
Even better, the higher class, the creme de la creme.
He is so large that none of us will tell him to his face.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That is
to be
very-
perfectly honest, like he could cosplay as the Great Wall of Cathay.
Just lies down. I am the Bastion.
Yeah. Just if anybody didn't know, he was in one of my videos. So yeah, I played against him at Home Nations. He is the absolutely hench chaos player that I played against in Wales. He is a big boy. So yeah, really looking forward to seeing him and
Lovely
everyone else
guy
in the
as well,
Wales team
but
as well.
not. But turns out we thought he was a lovely guy. Turns out he's actually a really bad man.
Hello.
Who plays Cathay?
It's gonna be
Who
really
plays the
funny.
exact same list as somebody else. Who's
Someone a
also
really bad man.
an awful human being
Yeah, it's
who
pretty
pretends that turtles make it better.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, Krillin makes it better. Krillin makes everything better. Just gotta make it Dragon Ball Z themed. People are like, oh, that's really cool. Why do you hurt me so? No.
But yeah, I've picked Owen. As a few people have seen, and as lists have been released, I've switched the world of 90 Goblin Poison Archers into 90 Uzi shots from the Outriders and moved over to the wonderful world of Nolan shooting. And looking at Owen's list is really interesting because it is seeing two lists that have developed in separate echo chambers, but coming to very similar conclusions, but in slightly different ways. So it's very much based around a evasive Outrider core with 1 unit of 13, 2 units of 7, and then how we can use character support to make those as strong as possible. So he's got in there the Witch Hunter, which I tried to keep as secret as humanly possible for as long as possible with Suffer Not the Demon. So you now have 13 Outriders who've got 3 shots each at Strength 4 AP1 and magical attacks now. So all of your ethereal threats out there, your Hex Wraiths will disappear to that unit. And interestingly, he's gone a different route to my decision making in the list. So we've talked about it in terms of using Priest of Sigmar to get a 5-up ward save for those Outrider units. Once again, as Scott knows, I do not like a leadership test. And a leadership test on a 10 is bad enough for me.
I
So
feel
a
like
leadership
I've
test
started
on a
the life
7.
idea with this leadership test.
You cost me a GT, my man.
Just re-roll them. Right? That's what you do, Scott. You just re-roll them.
I was immune to them for half of them. It
I don't
still doesn't
understand what
matter.
people are talking about with this leadership nonsense.
Yeah, so he's got some really buffed up Strength 4 shooting. He's going to throw a lot of lead down the board at 24 inches, ignoring long range. He's going to be vanguarding and moving characters into the units and really throwing out a lot of damage. He's got the triple cannon, and then interestingly, he's gone for a Hellblaster volley gun, which is not something I like because once again, I build lists that throw a lot of dice because I'm not very good at throwing dice. Once again, leadership tests. So the volley gun can really delete a unit, or it can do nothing. So that's one of the variances between our lists. And the main thing is his character setup. So he's gone for the Imperial Griffin rather than a baby Griffin. But he's actually fights rather than just giving a leadership bubble. And then he's gone for a Captain of the Empire with the Razor Standard that's going to go into that unit of 13 Outriders to really throw some AP out there. So any 6 he rolls on a lot of dice that he's going to be rolling is going to be AP3. It will hurt things. The only concern I've got for this list is once you push towards that 13, 14, 15 Outriders, is can you keep them safe? That is a big old unit of a lot of base size that to keep that alive is tricky. So as much as he can fire and flee, it's tricky to do that dance that Chris Eubank boxing style with this list really plays into with the 13. But yeah, it's really interesting to see 2 people on exactly the same thought process. I even checked the lists at Home Nations to see, has he been stealing what I've been up to? And nope, he was ahead of the curve as well. So we've had 2 people looking at exactly the same thing, coming to slightly different conclusions and having slightly different lists. And I think it's going to be really interesting at Worlds to see which one comes out on top.
I played Owen with this list, pretty much this list at Home Nations. And he knows he's doing with it as well. And he's a good guy.
Yeah.
Good opponent.
It's a great list. I think it is one of those ones of seeing the changes of 1.5. Nobody really looked at it because of that level 4 issue. And it was the first list I looked at after the Gobbo Star got nerfed. I felt like there was something there as soon as the level 4 changes happened. And there definitely is. And it's interesting to see that several people have found exactly the same way, in different ways, obviously. Poor Nick Boucher couldn't steal my list in advance, but he's in the same track. He'll love that he's been mentioned again. We were talking about it in advance, and he's gone down a slightly different direction towards the larger unit of state troops, which I do think has legs. It's a little less mobile, and it's a little bit more about, I'm going to sit on this specific objective. But I just like Owens that it is mobile. He's got gun limbers. He's going to move his Hellblaster into range turn 1. If you lose that roll off, he's going to throw a lot of lead at you, and you've got to hope you've got something left.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. It's very scary from a distance. If you can get up close, it's not too bad. But they're going to be put into matchups where they can take the full use of all of those guns. So for my final one, we are heading to Ukraine. Now, I did say earlier I'm going to be doing 3 dwarf lists, but I had to change my mind because this list is an absolute hero. Now, Mirko is taking demons, and specifically the demons of Khorne, and bringing a bloodthirster. I cannot wait to see what this does. So in his list, he has a bloodthirster with the blood flail and also many arms as well, which is absolutely crazy. Then a demon prince of Tzeentch, which goes against the theme. It must be allied in. I don't know what's going on there. We'll just take that out for lore. I think level 4 wizard with dark magic, twin heads, and power vortex. Then 24 furies in 2 units of 12. A 5-man unit of Fleshhounds, 4 Blood Crushers of Khorne with the Blood Reaper and Standard Bearer, and 2 Skull Cannons of Khorne. Absolutely love to see it.
This is so close to what Andy runs. And I swear to God, that Bloodthirst has genuinely terrifying.
Bloodflail's the one where it's multiple wounds 3, right?
Yeah, no, it's D3. It's essentially an Ogre Blade.
It's an Ogre Blade, right.
Yeah. However, this guy is so ballsy, he hasn't put Armour of Khorne on the Bloodthirster, so he doesn't have a 5-up ward because he just didn't give a shit.
Nope.
MR2
base, right?
It's MR2. But the has no save, though, now.
The Demon Prince can make it hard to cast, though.
The Demon Prince is... I like that build. So he's 5 spells, Dark Magic, spicy. Power Vortex is, if you're in its Dispel range...
It's going to make the Bloodthirster have hatred. And proper frenzy.
I think you've not seen the true tech in this list is the people running gnome lists are never going to shoot their cannons at the Bloodthirster because they're going to try and shoot that Tzeentch wizard out of this Khorne list. So the Bloodthirster is safe until that Tzeentch wizard is dead in this Khorne list. On principle, that must die.
It's a lovely bit of anti-magic tech, though, the Demon Prince, because not only is it a good dispeller, you are -1 to cast if you're within his dispel range with Power Vortex, which is just a really nice bit of kit. And because he's got Fly 9 and he's infantry, you can screen him really well with Furies as well.
But it's looking at dark magic as well, which is a great lore for characters as well. So moving that Bloodthirst to 12 inches with the Demonic Gateway, and then flying it another, 18 inches with Fly 9. It's got so much maneuverability in this list that the sort of traditional block lists are going to struggle to deal with that Bloodthirster. And cannons, once again, will not be able to shoot it because there is a Tzeentch wizard in this Khorne list.
The other thing is, I rate skull cannons. Slightly shorter range, only do 3 wounds. 360 vision, move on a heavy chariot is not to be messed with, to be honest.
A respectable heavy chariot in combat as well.
Honestly, a good call though, Rich. This, if someone's bringing a full, almost a full Khorne list to an event, hats off.
I know, it's literally just full send with a little bit of Tzeentch at the back with the cannons plowing over. I really respect this. I hope it does really well. It's just a cool, this is another one of those lists that's going to look awesome on the tabletop, and I really hope that it does really well. Into the right matchups, this could be very strong, so I'm looking forward to see what it gets put into.
If that Bloodthirster spikes against something in combat, it'll murder whatever it touches.
Could do quite well into Cathay this, if it can dodge and weave and duck and get in.
If that Bloodthirster can get into a balloon, he'll one-tap a balloon.
Because what I mean is there's no magic output in Cathay, bar a couple of Shigengans going, we're relevant, and Yang Ying. There's no magic damage,
This is one way it's very much that you call that full send, I'll show you full send, and throw that Bloodthirster into anything.
Dragons? I'll teach you dragons.
They will have these double dragon, double phoenix lists running away from one very spicy Khorne boy.
There's not a dragon lord now that they're capped at 500 points that wants anything to do with the Bloodthirster in combat.
But it's that thing of I've got double opal amulets. It's I don't care. I've got many arms. I can deal with that.
Yeah, I've got a regen save. I've got Killing Blow.
Yeah.
And
you've got regen. All right, you're taking against all of my D3 wounds, and I've got about 9 attacks on the charge.
Yeah, do you want to give me 30 combat res? Because that'd be sweet.
I'm definitely hitting you on at least 3s because I've got weapon skill 10 because I'm a flying lunatic.
Oh god, if this gets into a Tomb King dragon and he actually takes the regen saves, that's a lot of crumble checks.
If that Bloodthirster gets into a Tomb King dragon, there is no Tomb King dragon.
No.
Just for clarity. those poor witchy dragons that have nothing to do with this Bloodthirster.
Even the Armor Rage's dragon is re-roll those wounds. Is that I'll re-roll those 2s. Don't worry.
There's one thing that terrifies me, and it's what stops me from running demon lists, and it's not in this list as well. There's no BSB. So when it goes wrong, it goes real wrong, real fast. Everyone at a high-end tournament has been absolutely dicked on by their dice, and you've had a shit combat, and you're like, fuck it, I'm going to try again next turn.
And
with this, your Bloodthirster just goes bang, and you're like, oh, God.
There's somebody out there, several people, maybe somebody from Wales who I've mentioned, who's got one singular Witch Hunter, which can make his 15 Outriders take away your ward save because you've not took the proper ward save.
Yeah, I do think it's a error to not have the Armour of Khorne on it. Just if you're gonna invest in a Bloodthirster, you've got to get that bit of defense. But my God, what a hero!
Well, none of us are demon players though, so this guy might know something we don't.
Yeah.
I tell you what, I do genuinely rate Furies as core are awesome.
Yeah,
they're brilliant.
No, it's like I said, this into the right
Furies
matchup.
Khorne as well with the Furious Charge on them as well. It's like they will smash whatever they get into.
Oh, they're going to do some. They're going to. This could seriously hurt someone. To be fair,
yeah. Yeah, they definitely can. Right, so that wraps up us looking at some of our favourite lists. Now, there are a load of strong lists, so don't think that these are just like the strongest list in there or particularly kind of crazy ones. These are just ones that were our favourites. There are some absolutely disgusting ones, and we potentially didn't pick the ones that are horrendous just because they don't even look like Warhammer. I mean, we're playing some of them anyway, right? But yeah, there are so many good players there. There are so many amazing armies, and there will be full breakdowns of all of the lists I can imagine on other YouTube channels, like over on Close Order, like potentially on Forgotten North as well. We just wanted to pick some of our favourites.
You're right. You're something like there's so many good lists. Like you could have picked almost any of them.
Yeah, like some of them are super
It's going
fun.
to be an amazing event. Like I cannot wait to get there in a couple of weeks' time.
Oh, it's not far now, is it?
I know, it's so exciting.
And there's people that we've not even been able to mention. I know France's Bretonians player is going to be potentially the hero of the event. We had such a great time playing him in the past. There's just so many cool guys that we're really looking forward to meet and really showcase the best and worst of Warhammer, shall we say.
Yeah, exactly. Like there's so many people that we've all been talking to for the last couple of years via Old World that we finally get to meet in person. Like Team America coming over, so we'll finally be meeting Shane and Luna and Phil as well, and also Corey. Hopefully I get to play into Corey. I'm going to shoot him. But yeah, it's going to be really nice to be able to meet all of these people that we've just been talking to online. So be able to throw some dice against them. Thank you very much for coming on, guys. It's been really fun chatting with you about the armies for Mel. And yeah, one of the next time that you'll see all of us together, we will be throwing dice and hopefully trying to win the trophy. Take care, everyone.
Coming home.
Right out.